what is up, you guys? My name is Version1 and welcome back to Changeling Tale! That's right, we're back with Jessie's chapter. The final piece of her chapter, after all. And God, that train is fucking loud. Anyway, we're back into the game, finally. Sorry this took so long to get to you guys. But, my mom's finally out of the hospital, for those of you guys who wanted to know. She's out of the hospital, so now it comes the mending part, the more pain in the ass than the actual surgery. So every now and then I'm gonna have to go over there and help her out and help them out a little bit more than I normally do. So again, bear with me. I'm gonna try and bulk record as much as possible so I can try and get this stuff scheduled out. That way I can still upload them back to back and it won't seem like it's sparse, but recording wise this is gonna be sparse because this is technically every week I'm not doing any uploads, hardly. So these should be coming out to you sometime next week. I don't know. I might lose count. I might lose track. And I might end up over-recording some gameplays. And I might have to go back and do reactions. And it's going to be kind of wonky. So bear with me. The healing process is beginning. So it might take a little bit longer to get back into this than I thought. But she's at least out of the hospital and back home. So anyway, after giving Otten Kriege a wide berth, we arrive in the Strathcairn with little time to spare. A train is already on the station taking on passengers. Along the way, Jessie was abuzz and with questions about Walter. I love seeing her so excited. After the tidal wave of disaster we just rode through, it's nice to have hope again. He's here, you say? I scan the small crowd for a man with a monkey perched on his shoulder, but spy none. That's what he told me. Perhaps he's already boarded. I'll ask the conductor. Surely he'd recognize such a celebrity. Surely. Oh, what should I say when I meet him? Does my hair look alright? You look stunning as ever. Just be yourself. No, that won't do. I might end up smelling like a wet dog. I laugh out loud. Oh, lol, Rafflecopter. I suppose that could be both of us. Malcolm, I jest. We'll be fine, especially you. Walter will never see our charm coming through. My heart soars knowing she could be right, but before I can say so, a voice booms from behind us. My girl is leaving me. I suffer heartache once more. Fuck yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Jessie nearly leaps into the surprised visitor's arms. You didn't think I'd let you skip town without saying goodbye? Nothing slips past Bulgaria. I didn't expect to run into anyone from out in the crowds here. But in Bulgaria's case, I'm sure glad we did. Me Scarlet Starlet, finally off to make it big. I'll miss you much. You'll always be in my heart, Bulgaria. You're like a thug. Jessie fights back tears when holding Bulgaria starts to get choked up. I was your shoulder to lean on, Miss Jessie. Your biggest fan. I believe in you. Bulgaria swallows a tear and tears spill out. I'm proud of you, Jessie McCloud. To embrace, sobbing, and I notice I've welled up too. In most ways, this is her hardest goodbye. Oh, Bulgaria! Bulgaria finally lets Jessie go, wiping his tears on his burly arm and pulling out a bar rag to blow his nose. I promise I'll be back to visit once things have calmed down. Maybe even give you a show now and again if I'm welcome. Of course, lass, if anyone feels otherwise, they'll answer to me. I can't imagine how the rest of the town will reconcile what happened last night. It's a mess, and I'm glad to be leaving it behind. Future shows will have to be a little less excitement, hopefully. No guarantees. Just no difference than a Friday night when the lads get a bit too rowdy. The stag and nanny can handle whatever be thrown at it. That may be. But you'll have to be double the size to accommodate all her fans. You know, once she's famous. I no doubt, but till then, what am I to do? Who's gonna perform every night? While I was at her house, I learned Miss Alana could play play the bagpipes. You have a spare set, right? Imagine you on piano, Alana playing your pipes. Patrick Bow Wow. Bulgaria swallows a cough. I'll be damned. Does she really play? I'm trying to fix my camera. Like you wouldn't believe, that woman is gifted in blowing the pipes. Her fingering is so fast you can barely see her hands move. It takes a second. Oh, phrasing! I can't imagine. He's thinking what I'm thinking. Both of us have turned red. I quickly changed the subject. Say, Bulgaria, is Wondrous Walter with you? He should be along soon. Went to collect his vehicle. He is here? Wait, this vehicle? Bulgaria scoffs. A fine new saloon. He parked it here at the Strathclyde station so as to not jostle the suspension on the track into town. Hardly a chariot if you're just afraid to use it, you ask me. I almost fucked that up. Sure enough, moments later, a long, dark motor car putters around the corner and pulls up. Jessie turns away and frantically runs her hand through her hair. Walter extinguished. Oh God, what voice did I give Walter? I know it was like some kind of extravagant showmanship type of thing. I'll probably change it because I don't remember. It's been a while. Extinguishes the beast and steps out, beaming. Lil Nap. Hey, how you doing, buddy? Looks rattled from the platform. Someone points towards the duo with surprise. Aha! There's the superstar! Jessie whips around, already in performance mode. Mr. Wondrous, how lovely to finally meet you. Walter, please! And you are the talented Miss Jessie. What a sensation last night! Could barely believe my eyes. Thank you. It was not my finest performance. I disagree. I've never seen such a big whale show and the finale. What a spectacular! I turned into Wolfstache. Oh, kinda. What a spectacle! I'd ask how you did it, but the lady never reveals her secrets, does she? He winks and Jessie giggles. Never. Walter's charm continues to rub me the wrong way, but Jessie seems to be eating it up. Or perhaps it's her ability to perform on cue. People will love it. You see, I've got a new production in the works, and I'd like to make your act the centerpiece. He pauses with a showman's timing. Jessie's eyes go wide. My singing in the main act? Yes, we'll lead with that, but then, once the audience is warmed up, wham! You become the wondrous warbling wolf woman of Auchnakrage. Her eyes narrow. Ow. The wondrous part is the branding, you see. Walter winks again, but this time Jessie does not giggle. I think I'd prefer to be known for my voice, not for some parlor trick. Parlor trick! Don't be ridiculous! Why, Miss Jessie, your transformation talents excel far beyond the realm of parlor tricks. Men will be amazed, women will be aghast, children will squeal with glee. A wolf woman is but a curiosity, but a singing wolf woman, one as talented as you. You're a marvel for the ages. Bulgaria and I exchange glances. Walter seems to have the wrong takeaway from Jessie's performance. Jessie here is an artist, not a curiosity, Mr. Wanderer, sir. To perform is to put yourself on display for all to see. To succeed, you cannot hold back with the gifts you are given. Trust me, you guys, no bet. If I could change into a fucking fox right now, I'd do it. In a fucking heartbeat. But I can't do that. Sorry, no transformation to a furry fox today. But if I could, I would. Because that's fucking cool. I bet a lot of you guys would get a kick out of it, and you probably wonder how the fuck I did it. Without the power of CG or VTuberness. I mean, I like to do that too, man. I don't know. You want to hook a boy up with a V2 Fox type of thing? Hook me up with maybe I can do a VR chat thing with your boy Whiskey. That'd be cool as fuck. Whiskey. There's known by whiskey. To perform for... Yeah, I read that. I won't hold back, Walter. I'd love to be in your production as a singer, a star. I know my heart. I have what it takes to be a star. Walter's enthusiasm noticeably drops. You're not the first to tell me as much, and you certainly won't be the last, my dear. I have no place in my act for ordinary singers, only extraordinary ones. Night after night, she's had the pub full of people enraptured with her extraordinary voice of hers, sir, myself included. A pretty voice a star does not make, it takes more. Jessie pauses, choosing her next words very carefully. I hit the button twice. Okay, no, I didn't hit twice. I see it takes stage presence and confidence. Of course! Exceptional talent. It goes without saying. An established mentor with connections. Exactly, you're a smart girl. Jessie puts her fingers to her chin. Pensively, her nails still seem sharp as claws. Or perhaps instead an unflinching will to succeed in not letting anyone tell her otherwise will do? I watch as she, with slow control, forms her hand into a fist. When she opens, a black paw pad presents themselves. Another roll of her fingers and fur and claws appear. Jessie drops her hand slowly, rakes it across his polished black motor car. The rest of us cringe at the sound. Oh, fuck yeah, girl! No, that kind of behavior won't get you anywhere. I would never want to be hold back the gifts I've been given. Perhaps having a business meeting as a follow-up to an explosive outburst and armed standoff, and it was not the best idea after all. Fresh metal marks gleam across the length of Walter's precious saloon. Bulgaria looks ready to restrain the showman if necessary, but to my surprise, if Walter's angry, he doesn't show it. Yes, well, your skills never do fail to impress, Miss McLeod. And you folk from Auchnakraj never fail to surprise me. Be begging your pardon, but I believe that was a no to your offer, Mr. Wanderer, sir. Walter sighs. So I gathered. In any case, my dear, I will watch your career with great interest. The tip of his hat and the three of us motion echoed by the monkey, the vaudevillian, and his pet climbed into the contraption which roars to life. Walter shouts out the window over the sound of the loud engine. Regret nothing, madam. Call on me, you change your mind. I long to see your career thrive. I thought it was a bug. It was my fucking stopwatch. There goes a very strange man. There sails away the best opportunity yet, and I sent it sailing away. She looks wistful, but not disappointed. Alright, well, you're not a circus act, lass. You're a star. Bugger's right. Don't dwell on it. Without the wolf act, he wouldn't have signed you on. It wasn't meant to be. Had enough eyes and pitchforks on me as a wolf. No more. None of that. That Walter, well, he'll regret it when I hit the big time. No claws, no fangs, no gimmick, just you. Your voice, your style, your Hanishka. I don't know if I said that right. Jessie faces me, mouth open. Panache? Look at you with your fancy words. There's no better description for your act, Jessie. Our negotiation in, and I can already see her confidence is full bloom. The power she holds is immersible, and her enthusiasm fills me with delight. Looks like you'll be needing the train after all. Better get tickets, lass, before it takes off, too. Right, thank you for seeing us off, Bugger. Means a lot to us. His eyes begin to get wet again. I don't go. This old Scotsman cannot handle goodbyes. Aww. Jessie gives him one last embrace and races over to the ticket window. Ah, can you, my boy? McLeod. Malcolm. McLeod. I barely got to see your handsome face before you go off again. Make sure you come back soon. Oh, fuck. He grabs me and gives me a bear hug, speaking quietly in my ear. You're a good friend, Malcolm. One I needed. As are you, by God. I'll be back if I need good advice. It'll be soon for sure. I'm sure. There'll be a pint waiting for you. With a wink and a doff of his cap, Bugbear turns and heads back toward the home we're leaving behind. As I watch his shape grow smaller, I think on the last time I left town and how my world changed. I returned and it changed again, and here I am, enlisted again for a whole new experience. Jessie is chatting with the ticket seller, getting us our freedom, those small pieces of paper that mean we can leave the land of our childhood, the land that raised us. Finally, on our own, no one telling us what to do or how to live our lives. Oh, hi, Alana. Malcolm. Dad, what are you doing here? That sounded more Scottish than anything else. I came here to say goodbye, to wish you both safe travels. This woman, this looming presence of a blonde, apparently, the person who saved Jessie's life, but who also sought to take away something that Jessie held dear. She might not be happy to see you right now. Which is why I've come only to you. Alana looks at me conspiratorially, with her head dipped in voice low. You've made a dangerous choice, both of you. I shake my head, wondering what drives such pure audacity as hers. Our lives are at risk no matter where we go. Nothing will change that. We are choosing to live away from this village. Away from the threat of her own father. Of the thought of her dreams being stifled. No more. We aren't running away. We're forging ahead. Good way of saying it. To my surprise, instead of pushing the point, Alana nods in agreement. Oftentimes, life gives us poor choices. You do what you must to endure. The two of you are survivors, Malcolm. Cherish that. That's a good way, too. I nearly scoff at her words. Jessie is more than a survivor. She's a fucking dynamo. Powerful force of nature to be reckoned with. Hi, as are you, Malcolm. You have a magic about you, too. You continue to ward off danger. I have no doubt that you'll both go on to do great things. Alana looks at me in the eye. I'm happy you'll be with her. Aw, thanks, Alana. Hear Jessie's warm laugh over the ticket booth. No doubt she's entertaining someone over there, everywhere. Jessie possesses the voice of an angel, a heart to match. You know that. She's stronger than the forces of this mere earth, which is what I fucking said. She's a force to be fucking reckoned with. If you're ever willing to come to the city to see her perform, you'll then see just how safe and well we both shall be. Alana shakes her head with what seems to be a genuine regret. Fortunately, my duties tie me here. Out in the crowd has me held in its grips. I would say I shan't bother you again, Malcolm. Thank God, I muttered myself. I'm proud of both of you. Please know that. She has such an odd way of showing it, but I have to believe in her heart of hearts. Alana wants to save people. She looks off towards Jessie with a mother's pride in her eyes. If only Alana would save herself first. As if reading my thoughts, she offers one final comment. Now I'm left to watch over myself. Take care, Alana. Elena? I bite my tongue before offering to thank you for guidance. She has so many people who care for her, but she now more than ever appears so alone. That was awkward. Off she walks, her skirt dragging in the clod of dirt. She lifts it slightly to shake off the debris, as I watch as her black heels click away on the dirt road as she goes. Good riddance, I think, but still I hold on to the knot in my stomach. Once one Alana has tied, and I have no way to unravel. Who was that? Were you talking to? Jessie's returned holding 2 tickets in her hand. Oh, a fan of yours. Really? Why didn't you introduce me? Was it anyone we know? She said she was too nervous to say hello. It wasn't someone I recognized. Not anymore. So many new faces. Why, the girl behind the counter said she'd heard me perform at the pub too. Said I sounded just like a Melody Maybell. Is that a compliment? Yes. I hope I'm even half that good. Oh shit, we gotta go. All aboard! What the fuck was that? The train whistles the final call and we shuffle our bags onto the platform. Most everyone has already boarded. Oh shit. All aboard! I already said that. Malcolm, are we really doing it? We are, and what? Let's never think of this as being chased out of town. But we were. No, we were threatened and we survived. But by the grace of, I hesitate to say God. The grace of a rock you threw. By the grace of whatever force kept us alive, because I genuinely believe we are meant to be standing here right now, ready to take on a new life. We're both Shut up! We both turned to the polished coaches, and one so welcoming and intimidating. There's so much blood pumping through my veins. We're a pair of rockets, Malcolm. Even if we crash and burn, at least we took off. I love seeing you excited. This is what made me fall in love with you. You sure it wasn't my dazzling good looks? Those certainly didn't hurt. I'd get punched for that for sure if I said something like that to Ash. You know what, Malcolm Campbell? She leans in closer, ready to whisper in my ear. I love seeing you excited too. My cheeks go pink, then I feel my nose twitch. Hiding my inner self is going to be harder than I thought. I reach out and take Jessie's hand in mine, pushing back all the swirling memories of today, last night, and past 5 years of my life. I'm trying to hold on to right now, this moment, this happiness. Hold tighter. I want to save it too. Ah, adorable! And so we embrace, as survivors, as friends, as lovers, all that we've been through and fought for brings us here now. All the doubt I ever had about us, what the future held from the perspective, it's gone, vanished, taken away by the willingness to let go of fear. I cannot predict the future, but I know I want to be with her, my Jessie, us, together against the world. I hold tight to Jessie McLeod, and I promise the promise of a better journey. We are the rockets, ready to ignite. Oh, come on, I was not going to end that quick. These half chapters are about 2 to 3 hours long, so... Is it going to end that quick? It did! Okay! Where the wind blew, I went, through quiet and loud silence. Also, nothing made sense, just peculiar sounds, turns of phrase, and voices that were a wee bit familiar. Never did I see all that I could have been there for me. Off I flew in solitude, dreaming of what once was and perhaps could be again. I dreamt of love, but not as how I knew it, only as how it would never be again. Oh. Jazz Revered. Jessie's Jessie McLeod, jazz singer, cabaret dancer, entertainer of the highest class. Turned out making a name for herself without a manager like Wonders Walter wasn't such a big hurdle after all. She knew she could do this on her own, and did she ever. After an open audition at Claddy Pat's, the largest nightclub in Glasgow, Jessie landed a nightly solo show. A month later, she was headlining with her name on the neon marquee. Jessie was an immediate hit among the bohemian Glaswegians, and with Glasgow under her spell, she set her sights on lighting up London night scene someday. Jessie's act is a magical spectacle with multiple costume changes and lots of her original music. She's looking into hiring some backup dancers as well. We've taught ourselves as a modest amount about songwriting. I've even been trying my best to learn even enough on the piano to accompany her while she rehearses at home. But most of all, I live for the nights I can see her perform and get hypnotized by her voice. It puts me in a dreamlike state, one even stronger than the whiskey neat. We've settled into our flat in the west end of the city, one much larger than I'd envisioned. Jessie's small stash of cash ended up being just the beginning of her income, our wealth. She's a natural in the city, eager to poke her head around the corners, one on the hunt for new merchants, new wardrobe pieces, new restaurants. Sometimes she's out so late that I have to take myself home to get any sleep. She absorbs the world's gifts like a sponge and wrings herself dry, soaking all those around her with the same high-spirited energy. As for me, I'm getting used to city life, though I can't say I'd prefer it over the country. There are days usually when the streets overflow with commotion, when Jessie agrees that we've both had enough noise. Those are the times we plan our trips back to our family. The train ride reminds us of the serenity that awaits. We watch the worlds go by and listen for the last whistle to signal our stop. Not much has changed at the quiet Auchnacrige. During our first return home, we avoided eye contact with anyone but close family. But now, gone are the worries of the mobs and pitchforks. Townspeople have become overly superstitious about the werewolf incident. Few speak of it, even fewer want to admit what they saw. Yeah, a big bulking werewolf walking like, "Hey guys, how you doing?" Good too is Owen. Most of us are privately grateful that he chose to re-enlist. The McLeod homestead is a safer, warmer place without him. Jessie's sisters split their time between our family's two farms. What farm work is neglected doesn't much matter now, but there's plenty of money to send home thanks to Jessie's success. True to her word, she never forgets our family and their welfare. All seem much more at ease now that their financial situation isn't so uncertain. Marion has even warmed up to the new arrangement where tending to Gran and Toast has even gave her a sense of home as well. With Marion and Grace at her side, Gran is well supported. I've apologized profusely for abandoning her, though she tells me she doesn't see it that way, especially with friends she has in town. Of course, Grace is itching to come visit us as soon as possible. She seems excited for all the glitz and glamour and can't wait to see her sister perform. And Bulgaire, why, he is the beloved neon sign hangs above the door to the Stag and Nanny. He assures the locals that the Electricity Act will get it turned on by the end of the decade. What a sight that'll be. That's not the only new feature of the Stag and Nanny either. It seems another performer has waited quietly in the wings to take over center stage. Wait, is it going to be? Douglas Cranich, the town fishmonger, and a firm believer in the occult, puts on quite a magic show. So we are told, despite being only a bit older than me, he has the looks of a grizzled old wizard. Magic of a tamer variety has become something of a hot topic in Auchnacrige. It's helped spur business at the Stag and Nanny back to the acceptable levels in Jessie's absence. Douglas caught a rabbit at the edge of town as he pulls it out of his hat nightly. Grace told us everyone's favorite shows are the ones where the rabbit bites Douglas and takes off running across Bulgaire's piano and around the bar. Also, according to Grace, Marion has taken a liking to him and his antics. We all quietly, eagerly hope it turns into something more. All good things in time. Most importantly, peace has finally returned to our lives. Jessie stays calm and I steadily work away in the loft, writing a bit of a memoir. Well, with the werewolves and all, I'll have to pitch it as a fiction to a publisher, but I'll know the truth, and I'm not looking for fame and fortune, but just for Jessie's story to be heard. Mine too. Jessie is living her dream, and I have found that the peace from stability and emotional support is more of a dream than I ever knew existed. Gone are the days that I pray for survival. We thrive now. I wake to her smile. I fall asleep to her heartbeat. My dreams live within appreciating every day and every moment spent together. Well, our evening excitement doesn't hurt either. That's good, bow wow. Ha yeah! On Jessie's nights off and the full moon shines, we play, and my ability to transform is strengthened by her presence, but I do try to alone occasionally. That's usually when I end up with my ears, what's left of them, flopping around, or my tail not growing long enough. But it's all fine by me. Anything that used to terrify me about changing is now what drives me to keep doing it. The warm-blood boiling sensation in my veins, the deftness of my limbs, the sights and sounds and smells. Oh, could you fucking imagine? Oh, yeah! Get it, boy! At night, we run the streets, artfully dodging the seedier crowds and head to the empty spaces we can find. Under street lamps, we create long shadows far from the city we make love. We speak openly and honestly about what the future holds. Her next dream is to romp beneath the lights of the Eiffel Tower. Mine is to dig in the sand on some beach on the South Pacific. The only secret I keep from her is how I've been squirreling away enough money to get her an amethyst ring, one that matches her eyes. Oh, nice. I hope it will lead to marriage, but I simply want to be the symbol of my want it to be a symbol of my commitment to her. Have some puppies. Nice. Our nights when we go deeply into our wine bottles, Jessie will tipsily talk about what it would be like to incorporate her secret into her act, to start a family complete with wee werepups. I just said that, I got puppies. These visions are much a wild dream as anything previous in our lives, but they also seem possible. Anything can happen. After all, all wits for us. Well, we all know the rest. That's a good shot. That's cool. That's nice. Hello. This awkward long pause at the end. There it goes. It always kind of makes me kind of antsy. There it goes. I was like, where's the music? Yay! Yay! That was awesome. Good old cheesy dino. Oh, shit balls. I thought there was another hour to it. If I knew there was only 30 minutes of it, I would have finished it in the last episode. But that's fine and dandy because I love this game to bits. I don't know what I'm going to do next when it comes to this series. I know they're still producing it. I know they're still making it, and I'll keep me updated with it. This game is amazing. I cannot praise it enough. I didn't get too nostalgic on this one. I almost did at some points, but I've said a lot of what I want to say about it. Like, instead of letting people... nice censorship work on that. Instead of letting people define you or point fingers at you of what you should be, if you know what you are, who you are, what you want to be, don't let others stop you. Don't let others define who you are. It's just be yourself. It's amazing. Like I say, it's like I'm technically kind of a little young. I'm my early 30s, but you know, I've known who I am since I was like in my mid 20s. I figured out who I was a long time ago. About 18 to 20, I about had myself figured out. And then as I just gotten older, I just increased it. It's like I've embraced my weirdness. I've embraced my craziness. I've got an amazing family. I've got great couple kids. I've got a wife who's fucking phenomenal, who puts up with my random bullshit and my perviness. But it's just amazing. I love this game to bits. I love these developers to bits. They're freaking awesome. But that is going to do it for Changeling Tale for right now. I don't know when I'm going to bring it back. I don't know what I'm going to do to bring it back. Some of you were saying that you hope I go back and do the other choices. I want to, but I don't know, because I made the choices I pick based on what I would have done in those situations. But I probably will. I don't know when it's going to be, so I'm not going to make any hard deadline or anything like that. That was a badass shot, by the way. The art in this game always leaves me floored, because it's always so fucking good. The pervy scenes and stuff like that are great too. I mean, this game has a function where you turn that off. So if you guys want to get this and you don't want the adult stuff, you can turn it off. You don't have to have it. But image whatever not found? What? But it's just the fact that I found this so many years ago just looking for perviness, and I found this game and found this amazing game that has opened my heart and touched my soul. And the developers are really cool. Little Napoleon and What are really amazing as well. And everyone else that I've seen in the Discord. Hi, Walter. What the fuck? What the fuck are we doing? Malcolm, you having a little trouble there, buddy? Why are we chasing Walter? What the fuck was that about? Anyway, that is going to do it for Changeling Tale for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, hit the thumbs up button. I always really appreciate it. All those likes, it help me get pushed out there further, helps more people see the channel. If you guys want to share these videos, feel free to do so on any type of social media platform. If you guys want to go check out my Patreon, feel free to do that. I will eventually be getting back into that. I do have plans on doing Patreon stuff this weekend. But yeah, that is going to do it for this episode. The next one that should be coming out is Grace's chapter, final chapter. And then after that, they'll start implementing the other dateable characters. From what I've heard, I mean, one of the trailers and stuff like that shows Ro, but I've never seen her or heard about her in the game yet. But that is going to do it for now. Thank you guys so much for watching. If I do bring this back, you'll see. If not, I apologize, and we'll be waiting a little while till Grace's chapter. But when Grace's chapter does come out, I'm definitely going to play it. I might go back and do the other choices on Jessie's deal, to instead of flicking the rock to actually taking the deal. This is my perma decision is what this is. This is what I would have chose to begin with. So if I do go back and do the other choices, some people might not like the other choices because, like, apparently you can botch up the transformations. You can make it to where Marion never goes full cow. Full anthro. You can make it to where she never does. She was stuck with horns and ears. And that's it. You can apparently botch up their transformations if you do it wrong. When I read that in the Discord, it floored me. I was like, you can mess it up? That's a cool mechanic. I haven't seen it yet because I haven't tried. But that is going to do it. I'm going to end this episode here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like I said, if you like it, hit that thumbs up button. Destroy that thumbs up button. If you're new to the channel, smash that subscribe button and join up this amazing community. If you have any other ideas of stuff for reaction time or games you want to see me play, feel free to put it down in the comments down below. I'm going to be trying to talk to my brother about potentially doing some more gameplays with him because he took my social media post really offensively. Like I was like not wanting to play with him. It's like, dude, I still want to play with you. It's just for other people. But that's gonna do it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next one. Hey, and peace. What's up?